Hey, beautiful divas. This is Shay, your Love Diva. And I was like chilling and thinking about email message that I got from a fellow diva who says that she was doing so much for this man that she really cared about and that she was dating. And she fell for him pretty quickly. And he seemed like he was really into her. He actually pursued her for a month and she wasn't interested at first. But then eventually she started to develop feelings for him. And once she started developing feelings for him, it did not take long for her to jump in bed with him. And then I started to reflect back on all of the times I heard that story over and over again, where women would tell me, Shay, I wasn't even interested in him. Like, he pursued me. And that's like the worst feeling. It's like a gut punch, right? When somebody who pursued you, who you weren't even thinking about, and then they have the nerve to ghost you or do you wrong or lose interest in you, it's like a very demeaning experience, right? So I asked her, did you have sex with him? Like, how many dates did he take you on before you had sex with him? And she was like, well, I mean, he did pursue me for a month. I said, but were you going on dates with him in that month? No. All right, well, how many dates did you go on before you had sex with him? Like actual dates where he plans an event, where he's doing things to show you what kind of quality of man that he would be. How many dates did it take for this man to be able to earn the cookie? And she said, well, on the second date we had sex. Do you know research shows that on average, people have sex by the fourth date? Four. And I was like baffled because here's the thing, divas. The reason why these men are losing interest so quickly is because you are giving them nothing to work for. Literally. And I know that we heard that, like, give the man the cow, why would he buy the milk, right? But biochemically, it sets you up for failure. Let me tell you why. First, as you're having sex with him, you produce oxytocin, which means that you literally start to bond with somebody that you don't even know yet. You don't even really know if this person deserves your heart yet. Two, when a man's pursuing you, what initially attracted him to you was testosterone, right? So testosterone is what drives him to chase you. However, what drives him to want to keep you is when he starts to get to know you, when he starts to see how unique you are, how you start to meet his needs. Because everybody has six human needs, right? You have certainty, uncertainty, significance, love and connection, growth and contribution. And I go into that deeper at Diva University when I'm training divas on how to attract a quality man in less than a year. But when you're able to meet these needs, the more needs that you meet, then the stronger the connection, then the stronger you embed yourself in his heart. However, if you give it up too soon, then you give him no motivation to get to know you. Because it's as he's getting to know you that his serotonin drops and so does his testosterone. Well, when his serotonin is dropping, he becomes obsessive. Like he starts to obsess about you. He's thinking about you all the time. He's thinking about ways to make you happy. The drop in testosterone makes him more nurturing. And the more nurturing he gets, then the more he wants to please you. Studies show that the more a man does for a woman, the better quality man he is overall. He makes more money when he has a woman in his life that he wants to cater to. He literally becomes a better man, a better husband, a better father. So you want your man to work for you because then he will value you as the prize that you are. However, when you give it up too soon, then you interrupt the biochemical process of him falling in love with you. So you guys are jumping in bed like hot potato. He's getting it, and then he's going and he's disappearing because he has nothing left. Biochemically, he's turned off. He has nothing else driving him to pursue you. He might feel a little bit bad that he's not interested anymore, but then you're left holding the bag of your emotions. Whereas instead of trying to connect with him through sex, because that's what it is, A lot of women feel like the reason why they give up sex is because they think that's what men want, and that if he sees how great you are in bed, or if he connects with you sexually, then he will connect with you emotionally, because that's how women are. Women connect through or feel the emotions through our sex organ. Good evening, Miss Jazzy. How are you, babes? Welcome. Leave your heart emoji as you are joining me, divas, because we're getting deep into it. Because I really want to help you guys with this, because there's so many of you guys that are having sex and doing way too much. So then you meet this guy. He might seem like a great guy. And then, ooh, I love those heart emojis. So he might seem like a great guy. And then you have sex with him. Because women connect with people that we have sex with. If you're a respectable woman, you're not just jumping from bed to bed. Like, you start to care about this guy, you build a connection with him. So then you want to do things for him. You want to cook, you want to clean, you want to do all of these different things. And you literally interrupt his biochemical process. Nope, mommy's doing a video, baby. Okay, I'll get you in a minute. Go ask your brother, please. I'm a working mom, you guys. This is what it is during the quarantine. So listen, as you're connecting with him sexually, you're not giving him a chance to connect with you emotionally. And as you're joining divas, please leave your heart emoji if you feeling me, because I'm telling you, I'm about to get deep into it. There's really a biochemical reason why you should wait to have sex. If you want any chance of this relationship turning into something significant, then you should wait. Let me tell you why. Ladies, when he's pursuing you because he's attracted to you, he's pursuing you for sex. The moment you give up sex, the moment you give up power. The moment you have sex with him, the moment you give up power. So if you wait, because not just because you want to have power, but you're waiting because you want to have control over your emotions, for one. You don't want to fall too soon. For two, you want to get to know him and see if he's even worth your good drops. Number three, you want to wait because you want to give him a chance biochemically to fall for you. You want him to see that you and the quality of woman that you are, not because you're working hard and trying to prove it, but because of the quality of woman that you are, that you actually meet majority of his 6 human needs. Because let me tell you something, out of the 6 that I mentioned, the certainty, uncertainty, love, connection, significance, growth, and contribution, if you meet one, then he's going to be interested. You meet 2 of those, he's like, whoa, this woman is unique. You meet 3 of them, he's hooked. 4, he's not gonna cheat. 5, he's never going anywhere. You meet 5 of those 6 needs, he's not going anywhere. 6, you have the like trifecta. Like, that's rare, but you have like connected for life. He can never find anybody to replace you when you're meeting those needs based on who you are. Now, different people have different priority needs. It's not your job to go around showing a guy why you're worthy for him to consider you. That's not how it works. Either he sees it or he doesn't. And if he doesn't, you keep it moving, because you know the right one is gonna see it in you. The right one is gonna see that you just being who you are meets his needs. And he's gonna see wife quality in you. But trying to connect with him through sex, because that's what you're used to doing, it doesn't work. Because men don't connect with women the same way that we connect with men. They don't. They know instinctively. It's like a honing device in their subconscious mind that says, wife. You can have 2 great women. One is the type of woman who she's doing a lot. She does for her man. She will help him with his taxes, help him build a business, encourage him when he's down. She's cooking for him, cleaning for him, sexing him like crazy. And then you have another one, and she's just confident. She knows her values. She has her standards. She knows that she's going to meet the one because she's learned the Diva love method. And she just stands in her authentic truth. He will literally leave the one that's cooking, cleaning, sexing, doing everything for him, and marry that one who doesn't do any of that stuff, just because he recognizes that she recognizes her own value, and he had to work for it. And anything you have to work for, you're going to value much more. Anything that you're not just giving, you're going to put that on a higher pedestal. And it gave him a chance to really see her, to really get to know her, to see her qualities, and to see why this woman's going to add value to his life. But ladies, a lot of you, hey Kim, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. But a lot of you ladies you are literally like a diamond. You're like a $1 billion in a bag, right? And the first person that says, "Can I have your $1 billion?" I'm good, sweetie. I'm glad you're joining me. Leave me a heart emoji as you guys are joining. So, as the moment that he says, "I want your $1 million," then y'all are just like, "Oh, here you go." It feels good. It felt like a connection. It felt like I should trust him. And you don't even know him. So you hand over your bag of $1 billion to some random man, and then you're surprised when he never comes back with your money. If you would not hand over $1 billion to somebody, which you are more valuable than that, then you should not hand over your goody goodness to just random guys just because there's a connection and because you think you like him and because you feel sparks flying and you think that's what he wants. I'm finding out even more that women are literally having sex with a guy because they feel like if they don't, then he's going to get it from somewhere else, and then he's not going to consider her. So the competition is going to get him if she doesn't have sex with him. That's not how it works, babes. It's not. I'm telling you. Let me tell you something. Remember how I told you guys how I did my dating experiment where I went on over 100 dates and I read hundreds of relationship and human behavior books and interviewed 4,000 men, women, and couples. And so when I was interviewing these men, it is a sad truth, Kim. It really is. And Jazzy said facts only. So let me tell you something. When I interviewed these men, I had men tell me that they have dated women where they would go out like on a couple of dates and they really, really liked her. And the chemistry was there and everything else. And the whole time while they're like trying to have sex, they're like, "Please don't have sex with me. Please don't have sex with me." Because they didn't want the drive to pursue her to stop. And then she would have sex with him because she's feeling the connection and she's thinking if she has sex, then he's going to feel the connection even more. That's not how men work. Men don't even realize why they get turned off after they have sex with a woman because it's biochemical. They're not thinking about it. They're not like trying to be jerks. It just happens. It's just what men do. That's just the way they were built. That's the reason why understanding the science of attraction works in your favor. So before you get physically naked, make sure you get emotionally naked. And what I mean by that is know him. Like get to know him and let him get to know you. A lot of you guys have this mask up where you have to be so hard and you gotta, keep your emotions to yourself. You can't even let him open your door or ask him to open the pickle jar because you feel like it's gonna make you look weak. And then you don't even know how to ask him for what you want. Or just be like, you know what, this is my standards. This is what I want. I want a relationship. I'm not having sex with somebody without a relationship. I'm not asking for much. I'm not asking for a ring today, but I do want to get married. So if you don't want to get married ever, then I'm not the girl for you. And I surely don't want to have sex with you without a title behind my name. So you go think on that. And I'll be over here dating the other 3 guys that I'm dating because I'm only interested in people who are willing to rise to my standards. I promise you they're going to, like I was saying earlier when I was doing my dating experiment, and y'all let me know if you're feeling me. Like, did you have this experience that I'm getting ready to share with you? So I wasn't having sex with these guys because, first of all, it's dating. Dating shouldn't involve sex. It's like an interview process. When a job is interviewing you, they don't have you going through the break room or getting the benefits before you actually got the job, right? And you shouldn't be giving away your goodness, your jobs, before they've actually earned a job, right? So when I was going through my dating experiment, um, these guys, because of the fact that I wasn't desperate and because of the fact that I knew my value, they were like breaking their neck. to try to commit to me. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not ready yet. No, I'm evaluating my options. I had men literally buy me cars with an S. I had one doctor who was like, just I'm here's some money. I want to pay your mortgage. No, thank you. I'm good. No, seriously, take this, please. I really do. I want to pay your mortgage. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I don't like owing anybody like that, so I couldn't take that. Guys buying me clothes, taking me on shopping sprees, taking me on trips, separate rooms, paying for me to go to Augusta to see what is the golf game? Honey, I can't even think about it. One guy bought me tickets to the Super Bowl. I've one guy bought me tickets to a Jay-Z concert, front row seats. Like, and no sex. You have more power when you don't have sex with them. But when you know better, you do better. I value myself so much more. Get to know a person first and keep those legs closed. Um, Keep those legs crossed. Eventually, true intentions will come out. That's true. The true intentions will come out. But first, you got to know you. First, you have to value you and be clear about your intentions. And yeah, let me tell you something. I can't stand it when relationship coaches say, you need to do this, you need to do that, you got to value yourself. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like Kim said, I've been abstinent for close to 4 years. Woo, Kim, nah, we're gonna need to talk about that. Hold on, my phone's getting ready to die, so let me um charge it. So y'all bear with me. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom with me while I charge it. Kim said, a part of me feels rusty. Kim, trust me, when you meet the right one and you get back into it, honey, that all that rust will dust off really easily. Okay, you would jump right into it, but you definitely don't want to settle. But if it's been that long, then there's something that you need to do that's standing in your way. There's a barrier. There's some resistance somewhere that's keeping you from being able to manifest love. All right, Kim is laughing. Dust it off and keep it moving. So here's the thing, y'all. When I was not having sex, they weren't getting anything. They weren't even sniffing it. They were giving stuff. Guys were tripping over themselves trying to commit to me. I got 7 proposals. 7. I've been proposed to 7 times. I swear to God. 7. Men will rise to your standard, but you have to have a standard. And like I was saying before, I can't stand it when people tell me what I need to do without telling me how to do it. Here's how you do it, okay? Because I can tell you all day long about what you need to do, but if subconsciously, because based on your childhood, if you grew up where you witnessed your mother being abused, or your father was absent, or you felt rejected by the most important man in your life, or you got your heartbroken at an early age, or you were sexually violated, or there's multitude of traumas that can happen that create false beliefs, that create these subconscious barriers. And that's what drives you to keep doing the same thing over and over again, that's sabotaging your ability to be able to manifest love. And you're thinking to yourself, like, why did I do that again? Like, I can't believe I did this again. Why did I sleep with this guy so soon? Why did I trust this guy so soon? Or how did I end up with the same guy with a different face? Right? she said, LOL. How did I end up with the same guy with a different face? It's because subconsciously that is normal for you. That's normal. So it's called homeostasis, the natural tendency to go back to what it is that we think is balance, normal. That's just nature's way of keeping things balanced. Kim said, I don't even stop to talk when a man compliments me. I'm very wary. I figured so, Kim. You might have been passing up your husband, one of them ones that was speaking to you. Because you're like that because somebody disappointed you, somebody hurt you. You don't, she said, I live in NYC, it's hard to date out here. Kim, let me tell you something. You can go to the moon, and if you have the right techniques, you can be able to manifest love there. I guarantee you. This is not a game. It's powerful. It's just knowing what to do in order to manifest love, because you don't look for love, you don't find love, you attract it, you manifest it. Do you hear what I'm saying? You manifest love. I'm sorry, my phone's My phone's shaky, y'all. I'm getting an arm workout. So you manifest love. You don't go looking for it. And if you're manifesting it correctly, and I teach you how at divauniversity.org, that's www.divauniversity.org. If you forget the W's, it won't go through. It's the weirdest thing. But when you learn how to manifest love, it's easy. And you don't even worry about guys playing you. Why don't you worry about guys playing you? Because you understand the formula. You know that love is a science. You learn the formula. So when a guy is coming and he's not genuine, you can spot it a mile away. It's like you have this honing device in your brain that says, something's not right. You learn how to trust your gut and you keep it moving because you understand that this dating game is a numbers game. It really is. You're just looking for one. You're just one date away, literally, from your soulmate. One hello away from your soulmate. You are one, Kim, hi back. You're one saying hi back. Kim said, I'm trying to improve my discernment. Kim, it's hard to do that by yourself because, let me tell you something. You know, insanity is doing the same thing, expecting different results. So if your subconscious mind believes that normal is attracting the dysfunctional relationships that you had in the past, then you're just going to attract them again. That's the reason why I always tell women, like, learn better so you can do better. She said, after the quarantine, I want to try to date again. Kim, you don't have to wait until after the quarantine, sweetie. That's why I literally put together a free seminar called Online Dating Made Easy so that you can learn how to start the online dating process now, because it's not like you're going to get married tomorrow. It's not like you're going to just jump into a relationship tomorrow. It takes time. So, like, let's say you started today, you joined D.I.V.A University, you learned the techniques, and then you started online dating. It's going to take a few months before you can meet different people, and you want to date different people. You want to choose the best option. And then as you're moving forward, by the 4th month, you should narrow it down to like somebody. And when you narrowed it down to somebody and they've said, you know what, I want you, why don't we just be exclusive? Now you're in a relationship. Then when you're in a relationship, it's going to take 6 months to a year to decide, you know what, I want to marry you. Like I want long term. It shouldn't take him past a year, you guys. Please don't let him wear your ovaries out, wasting your time while he tries to figure out if he wants to marry you or not. Because it does not take a man that long. So it's going to take like 6 months to a year. Now you're already in a year and a half. And then it's going to take several months to plan a wedding. So you're like 2.5 years out. So when women tell me like, oh, I'm not ready yet, I'm not ready to get in a relationship, I'm like, dude, you're not going to jump in a relationship tomorrow. You shouldn't. It's going to take time, but at least prepare yourself. Like, get yourself to the place where you are ready to receive love. Get yourself there. Like, start the journey so that you can like take the steps to getting there. Because if you start today, then the right timetable is like 2.5 years. Like, what's this, 2020, 2022, then you should be married. 2022. So you don't make a move based on where you're at right now. You make a move based on where you want to go. That's how you accomplish your goals. And the best way to get over your fear is by taking action, by doing something towards what it is that you want to accomplish. But one thing you don't do, she said true. But what you don't do is you never allow your fear to have more power than your desire and your birthright to love. You were born to be loved, and you were born to love. And it's all about being able to attract the right man, which is so easy. I'm telling you, it's so easy. Once you understand the game and you understand what to do, then attracting a man is so easy. A good man. But attracting the right one for you, you got to change this. You got to transform subconsciously. And then once you're able to do that, it's like he appears and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Like, isn't this awesome? Like, where did you come from? This is like magic. Clients, they email me all the time. They call me like their good luck charm because they start working with me And in a few months, they met their soulmate, and they're like, how did I go like years and I didn't meet anybody? Now all of a sudden, like I meet my soulmate after I'm working with you. And they call it magic. I'm like, no, I don't thank you for calling me your good luck charm. However, it's because you learned better. It's because you transformed this. That's why. Anybody have any questions? Hey Divas, if you're joining me, leave your heart emoji, because when you leave your heart emoji, that means that we're all touching and agreeing on you being able to manifest love. So let's touch and agree with you. Leave your heart emoji. And if you're picking up what I put down today, please drop a oh yes in the comment, because I got into it today. You're welcome, babes. You're so welcome, Kim. I so appreciate you guys for supporting me. A lot of you guys have been riding with me since 2006, and I don't take that for granted. I love y'all so much, and I really do want the best for you. So if you need me, and if you want to learn better so that you can get better, join me at www.divauniversity.org. Get your pride out the way. Get your ego out the way, because let me tell you something. Your girlfriend that found that man, she's not telling you that she hired a coach, because she did. Because studies show that coaches are like the fastest growing industry, love coaches, and a lot of them went online too and found their husband. So get the ego out the way and just do whatever you got to do in order to manifest love, because it's not worth wasting time. It's not worth going to bed, to a cold bed at home by yourself, eating by yourself, going through a quarantine by yourself, all because you feel like you're just supposed to know how to just poof manifest a man. Okay? Only reason why I know this is because I was crazy enough to do an experiment on myself, and I studied it like my life depended on it. And I did the research. I read hundreds of books. I interviewed thousands of people. I went on over 100 dates in 3 months. Like, I did all of this stuff because I wanted to know for myself. Now, becoming this guru, that's not what I was trying to do. And some of y'all know it, because I was just trying to leave videos for my daughter so that she would not mess up. Hey, Swan, I love the heart emojis. If you're joining me, go ahead and drop a heart emoji so we can touch and agree. I'm touching and agreeing with you, Swan, on you manifesting true love. Kim, I'm touching and agreeing with you for you to manifest true love. Miss Jazzy, I'm touching and agreeing. Y'all don't understand. This is powerful. Don't be surprised if you meet a man tomorrow. All because you dropped your heart emoji when you was talking to Shay, your Love Diva. Don't be surprised. But I'm telling you, Diva, listen. You are worthy of love, okay? Men are not this creature that can't be figured out. Kim said, I've been following you for years. You've definitely leveled up. Thank you, Kim. I don't know if to take that as a compliment or an insult. Like, what the hell? Like, I mean, I did go through some stuff. I did. And it's a blessing because, excuse me, y'all. It's a blessing because y'all know the stuff I went through. Like, I was attracting some jokers. And I would tell you guys about it. Like, can you believe this is what happened? Remember the married man? Like, I attracted a married man, a married DJ. He was so fine. I didn't know he was married at first. She said I meant it in a positive way. Thank you. I didn't know he was married at first, but got caught up in that, and I taught y'all the lesson with that. Like, how do you recognize when a man is lying to you about his status? Because that's a big deal, because a lot of these dudes aren't honest. So how do you have the discernment to tell if a man is being honest or not? That's a skill. You develop that skill. You develop that skill. And I had to develop that skill. Then I married a married man who abused me. He would literally put his hands on me. He would accuse me of cheating over and over again. Like, who was I talking to? Where was I going? Why was I wearing this? It was a nightmare. I waited 14 years for my college sweetheart, waiting for him to come around, hoping that he would see that I was the one that he wanted to spend his life with. And then, oh my God, I've attracted some crazy guys, some liars, some cheaters. My first ex, he used to put his hands on me, something serious. And then it's funny because once I got whole, like once I was like, you know what, God, like clearly, there's something going on. And once I got whole and I realized that I needed to fix this, I hired myself a coach. Now I was a coach. I was helping other people find love. I love you too. Oh, you're so sweet. India, I love that. I love you too, babes. But once I like said, you know what? I am going to heal myself because whenever you're operating from pain or looking for love from a position of pain, then you're always going to attract more pain. Like energy attracts like energy. Pain attracts pain. That's just the way it is. So I hired a coach, y'all. I spent $10,000 on the coach. And this was back in 2011. I didn't have any money. I had a credit card though. And so I hired a coach and I went to work like for 3 months. I was doing the homework, I was learning. I was also studying a lot about me. And then once I got whole, it's funny because my husband has always been my friend. Like we were childhood sweethearts when we were 14, when we was in high school. And he came into my life and he came back into my life in 2010. And he was like my guy friend, the one I would complain about all the other guys about. Y'all, I feel like he makes me blush. Okay, so he was the guy that I friend zoned so freaking bad. It was terrible. And I would talk about my exes, and he went through all of that with me. And he was just sitting in the cut, just waiting. He knew I would come around eventually. And one day after I had gotten myself together and I got whole, I heard God say, "He's your husband." And I was like, wait, hold on, God. I need you to go back through the paperwork because clearly you got something mixed up. I know you're never wrong, but there's a first for everything, God. So me and God was arguing. And then I just surrendered. And then I sent him a text and I said, "You are my best friend. I love you. And I don't want anything to happen to our friendship." And I pressed send. And you know what happened, you guys? Exactly when I pressed send, I got a text from him saying the same exact thing. He said the same exact thing that I said. The same thing. And we've been together ever since. We got together in 2000 so he came back in my life 2010. We got together in 2012. We got engaged in 2013. We got married in 2014. And then we had our youngest son in 2015. I'm telling you guys, in an instant, your life can change in an instant. One moment. Once you decide to put you first, heal your stuff, decide that you're not going to settle ever again. Don't even settle for yourself. Don't even settle for yourself being "Oh, I'm just going to stay single. I can do bad all by myself and I don't need anybody and I like my own space," and whatever the crazy excuses and lies that we tell ourselves. Let's go outside. Y'all can't see my room because I didn't make it my bed. Don't judge me. Um, the crazy stuff that we tell ourselves to justify staying single. Lies. And they are time stealers. Because let me tell you something. Once me and my husband got together, and every day I'm so thankful for him and I'm thankful for this life, but there's times where I'm God, dog, I wish I wasn't wasting time with the jokers and wasting. I wish I didn't waste so much time trying to figure it out, bumping my head up against the wall. I could have been spending that time you mean to tell me I could have been enjoying this longer? This is crazy. So anyway, ask me questions. What do y'all want to know? Tell me why you still single. Tell me, talk to me. All right, I'm about to do some free coaching. I, People pay a lot of money for my coaching, a lot. But I'm about to give you some free advice. Take advantage of it. Go ahead and ask me any question you want, and I will answer it live right now for you. Go ahead. I'm waiting. I'm gonna wait for you. And y'all might want to stay on here and listen and learn something, because somebody may ask a question that you're dealing with, and it just might be what changes your life, what blesses and changes your life. So go ahead and ask me any question. If you're just joining us, go ahead and leave me a heart emoji. Don't ask me a question and you haven't left a heart emoji, okay? Please don't, Diva. Just just join me in this energetic exchange, okay? So ask me a question. Why are you still single? And what do you want to know about love that will solve your love woes? What do you want to know? Now, if I don't get a question, uh-oh, somebody left a question. I might have to hide my name. I have no idea. I choose jokers too, Shay. It's okay. That's why we're here to learn. She said, "How do I attract the true love of my life?" You really want to know how to attract your true love, like your soulmate? Let me tell you how you attract your soulmate. Now, let me tell you, it's a process, okay? And like I said earlier, at D.I.V.A University, we teach the process. But I'm going to tell you what does it. Get clear. That's the first thing. Be crystal clear on what type of relationship you want. Not the list with, oh, he has to be 6'10". He needs to make this much money. He needs to drive this car. Like, not that. That throw that out the window. That's stupid. But get clear. You guys, I have a spider crawling on my arm. I'm sorry. Um, be clear, like, what kind of relationship you want. I want to be loved, honored, and respected. I want a man who sees me. I want a man who can be honest. I want a man I can pray with. I want a man who will love me more than I can love myself sometimes. I want a man who would support my dreams and my goals. I want a relationship that makes me want to be better, do better, grow bigger. I want to feel like every day I woke up, I just won the lottery because I get to spend it with my best friend. Get clear about the kind of relationship that you want. Then, two, surrender. Surrender to what is holding you back. Like, what is keeping love from you? Surrender to the fact that there's things about you that you might need to change and heal. Surrender to God. Like, literally, verbally say, God, I surrender. Have your will. Bring the right and perfect man for me, and allow me to have the eyes to see him. And if he isn't for me, then give me the will to let go and just trust you, even with tears in my eyes. Have your will. And then, last but not least, expect love. Expect it to show up. Like, just like you expect to eat, you expect to, you know, be able to lay your head down eventually somewhere. You expect to be able to pay your bills. You expect to be able to use the bathroom. You expect to be able to, like the things that you do naturally. Just as much as you and confidently as you expect to do those things, expect love to show up at your door. That right there is a powerful magnet operating from a place of expectation. And then stand in a space of gratitude. So every day you just get grateful. Don't complain about, oh, why am I still single? How long am I going to be single? Why is this happening? She said this and he said that, and you know how it is. Sometimes you can get caught up in life and then you just find everything to complain about and you become a negative Nancy. Don't do that. That's low vibrationally. You want to get to a space where you can find excuses to be thankful for. Sometimes I will just be like, thank you for the sky. Thank you for the trees, God. Thank you for my breath. Thank you for my legs. Thank you for my health. Thank you for my family. Thank you for the squirrels. Thank you for the grass. Thank you for the road. Thank you for the stop sign. Like, find things to be thankful for, because there's always a reason to be thankful. And then be like, I'm so thankful for the love that's showing up, God. Like, I thank you. I don't even I don't even know his name, but I just thank you for bringing the right and perfect person to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then faith without works is dead. If you are just praying for something, but you're not doing anything towards that goal, then you're just making a wish. That's all you're doing. You're making wishes. Faith without works is dead. So if you want love, you know it's been a long time since you've been able to attract somebody halfway decent, then invest in you. Like, choose you. Be willing to say, I'm willing to do what it takes in order to learn what I don't know. I'm willing to do the work and commit to accomplishing this goal right here, manifesting my soulmate. I just gave it to you in a nut bag. I mean, in a nut bag. I just gave it to you in a nutshell. I think I've been talking to y'all way too long. What's the next question? Who else got any questions while I'm out here just tripping? Huh? Let me tell you something. You and you and you are beautiful. I don't care what lie you tell yourself. You're welcome, baby. Thank you. She said, thank you, Shay. You are the best. Thank you. I don't care what lie you tell yourself. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not too fat, too skinny, too tall, too short, too this or that. There's somebody who will think the daggone moon rises and falls in your eyes. They're looking for just you. There's somebody who is looking for you. Somebody's. Okay? Because I don't believe you just have one soulmate. You don't. And your soulmate did not die of birth. So you are worthy to be loved. Pam said, what if you struggle with your past? What do you mean, Pam? Give me some more information. Um, you are worthy. Do you understand me? You are a queen. You are a queen. There is a man who will rise to your standard, and they will chase you. They will pursue you. They will earn you. They will treat you right. They will be honest. They will be faithful. They will be loving. They will make good love to you. They will be able to give you everything you've ever wanted and then some. But you have to be able to see yourself experiencing that reality. Uh, Pam said, what if you struggle with your past with family abuse with men? I'm a living witness to that, because as a child, I grew up witnessing dysfunction in my family on a daily basis. Like, I watched my father beat my mother every day, sometimes with a belt. Like, he would literally spank her like she was a child. I can still hear the sounds of the belt. And that made me grow up believing that love hurts, that men hurt, that you had to earn love, that you wasn't worthy to just be loved. And so I grew into a woman who would attract a reflection of what I believed I deserved to have. And it wasn't until I was able to heal that belief and forgive my father. Like, I had to forgive him. I had to get to a place where I realized that hurt people hurt people. So he hurt because somebody hurt him. He witnessed abuse in his household. And the whoever he witnessed abuse from, they witnessed abuse. So instead of standing in judgment, I had to stand in forgiveness. And I had to stand from a place of realizing the truth. The truth is that that does not have to be my reality. So Pam, the truth is that does not have to be your reality. You can choose different. Now, for me, um, what I do with helping my clients is I do a healing your inner child where we go back and I have you do some visualizations because I'm also trained in neurolinguistic programming and in hypnosis. So I have you go back and I have you think about certain things so that you can rewrite it. Because when you can rewrite your story, it creates a different emotional response. If you're creating a different emotional response, neurologically, you're sending a different message to the brain, which means now you're acting differently and you're also expecting differently, which changes the vibration. And now you start to attract and bring into your life what it is that you want. But first, you have to be able to rewrite that programming, that experience. So I had to do what I call is a collapsing process, and that's in neurolinguistic programming where you collapse the emotional attachment to a response. Will you feel it when you talk about it? Like, it's funny because even though I'm on TV and I do magazine articles and everything else, still, like, when I think about, like, what I grew up and witnessed, I still feel it. I can still feel it, and I sympathize with you because if you grew up witnessing abuse, if you were abused, then that's going to leave some kind of scar. Now, your scar can be your point of weakness or your point of strength. It's up to you. You got to make a decision. You got to make a decision. Are you going to let your scar hold you back from love, or allow it to be your vulnerable point that allows other people to manipulate you and abuse you? Or are you going to allow it to be your point of strength where you say, you know what, I'm stronger. This scar means I survived and healed from something. I don't have to pick it back up. I don't have to pick at that scar anymore. That scar is done. Let me create the future that I want. So that's the answer. That's what you do, Pam. That's how you can empower yourself to to be able to receive the love that you deserve to have, a healthy love. That's how you do that. You once you get there emotionally, then naturally it's gonna come. Like my husband, he's for those of you who have met him, go watch the video. I think what is it? How a Nice Guy finishes first, something like that. I just published a second one today, and my husband, like people love him. He's so like he's just so calm and chilled and so kind and so supportive, and he's a great father and a great husband. But I never in a million years with what I went through would have been able to attract that. And he's been there. Like he's been my friend. I couldn't see him. I literally couldn't see him. He was right in my face. I couldn't see him. Why? Because normal was the guy that would abuse me, the guy that would mistreat me, the guy that would lie to me, the guy that would take advantage of me. And so that's what I was attracted to. That's what I would feel the butterflies for. And ladies, when you feel those butterflies, run. Run. Because a lot of y'all think that when you feel the butterflies, that means that there's a connection. But no, it's not. No, no, it's not. It's your inner guidance telling you to run. That you're about to step in some poo poo once again. That's what it means. So, because let me tell you something. When it's the right connection, it feels peaceful. You're not going to feel all scary and jittery. You're going to take your time, get to know the person, identify what their true intentions are, and allow the relationship to unfold naturally. Not like you're trying to rush to a destination, but you're going to allow it to unfold just naturally. All right, you guys, my phone is getting ready to die. I didn't realize I've been on here so long with you guys, but I love you so much. I wish you so much in love. If you have any more questions, join me at D.I.V.A University. I had another class that just started, and all kinds of women are manifesting love. They're manifesting relationships. They're having kids because of what they're learning at D.I.V.A University. It's really not a game. And so go ahead and check it out. It's www.divauniversity.org. And I love you guys. I wish you so much on your journey to love. And I just Hope that I have the pleasure and the honor of joining you on your journey. Bye, beautiful divas. Love you. Bye.